We're like, is it legal to wiretap phones? That's what we're trying to do here.
Because there's fire in hell. They're not going to be there to put it out. Is that you, Dennis?
Well, hello.
Well, finally crawled out of this hole.
You know, life is
What do you got for me? Huh? You got the gabagool?
What kind of idiot am I?
Yeah. The biggest.
Okay? The biggest town. The biggest in town, okay? I had one shot to work with Netflix, all right?
Yep.
You know what I did?
Mm-hmm.
I took it, rolled it up, and shoved it. That was it. That's how it went.
Here's the problem with you, man. You can't do nothing right. That's the problem here. Dude, you get hired to film an air show, and in your head, you know there's a Netflix producer there, and you're like, you know what? Frank and his movie successes. I'm going to pull this off. You literally almost caused an international incident in the aviation community by running your ass across an active runway while they were trying to take off in their plane. The only thing that Netflix guy will remember is how stupid you are. You're being remembered for the wrong reasons, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Here I think I'm producing this video, alright? I'm just making a big deal. You know, the Netflix producer gonna see it. He's gonna call me back. He's like, hey, would you like to work with the studio? That's it. That was my thinking. And now I'm realizing the guy doesn't gonna give a about what I do.
Dude, you know what the problem with you is, man? You're full of crap. I asked you before my fame. I asked you, hey, do you have a look at this. Do you hear that? Look at this. There they go. As if they know we're casting.
We can't even cast without them following us.
Dude, I got so much to cover, okay? I asked Dennis. Dennis ran into some guy who knows the owner of some huge film studio. I'm not going to use names here. And I asked Dennis, I'm like, hey, Dennis, please, pretty please, share a contact with me. This guy gives me, he just says, yeah, I got the email, but before I give it to you, I want a 50-50 share in all the proceeds. I want a 6% royalty. So he's stating his conditions and terms. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is going to be the most complicated, hard to reach and get email that exists. Dennis tells me, first name @hercompany.com. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, what, do you have Bill Gates' email too? What is it, Bill@Microsoft.com? This is bull.
Gates
I'm like, oh, what about Amazon? Yeah, it's Jeff@Amazon.ca.
Jeff Bezos @Amazon.com.
Dude, that's the problem with you and me, man. We build up these scenarios like the minute that guy gave you her email, you're like, shit, I'm a millionaire now. What do I do with all this fame? I don't know what to do. I'm panicking, okay? Now, it gets better, guys. 3 weeks ago, I called Dennis. I'm like, Dennis, I moved into a neighborhood. What the hell is going on with my next door neighbor? He's like, what? This guy's always outside. He's not working. He's always buffing his camper. He's always circling his truck. And I tell Dennis, Dennis, I bet you he's a firefighter. Hand to God is my witness, I never asked the guy what he did for work. 2 days ago, I hear honking. I'm like, what the hell is that? I run to my living room window. The guy left something at home and drove his fire truck on the clock to his house to get something he left there.
Oh my!
We've got firefighters down to a T. We know their criminal profile.
Yeah. If they move like a sprinkler from the backyard to the front.
Oh, that's all he does. Oh, dude. The guy moves his sprinkler from his front yard to the backyard. I swear to you.
That's how you know. If you see a guy with a microfiber cloth polishing his car, you better
at 11 in the morning on a Monday. Firefighter.
Firefighter right there.
Dude, then this morning, it's a Monday. That's garbage day. I'm like, okay, it's a man's job. Get up at 4 a.m., go find your bins. I pull it out onto the curb. I hear the neighbor coming out. I'm like, oh, wow. So he doesn't sleep all day, okay? I look, it's his wife in his pajamas. The dude's probably at home with his teddy bear and his firefighter costume while his wife does the garbage. What the hell are these guys doing, dude?
Oh my goodness, man! We have it to a science right now. If you go through the town, you see.
I wouldn't be surprised if they hire us to criminally profile arson cases. I would not be surprised. I drive through the neighborhood. I'm like firefighter, not firefighter. I just know.
You see a GMC truck on the yard, okay?
Oh yeah. Don't forget Wranglers. They don't touch Fords. Yeah, they don't touch Fords. They don't touch.
Couple of Wranglers, a boat, custom boat.
Yeah.
You know that kind of thing. You know, it's a firefighter.
Yeah. And they're always baseball. What the hell's with the baseball? Throwing the baseball around. They're all playing baseball.
You're 53 years old. You shouldn't wear gloves unless you're...
It's like you got arthritis at this point. Sit down, okay? What's with the baseball?
You don't need a glove. No. Get a life.
Jeez. We've got it figured out, man. They can't pull the wool over our eyes anymore. No. And here's the best part. Now, our followers, all 4 of them, know. They know of the almighty Maharaj in our life. What they don't know is that the Maharaj has a brother. And I had the privilege of acquiring said brother's services, okay? This guy is Maharaj 2.0, and he starts telling me about where he works. And he works at a winery, okay? And he's just flexing on me about his certifications and his this and his that. And he's telling me he's won the top salesman award. And I'm like, okay, let's have a discussion about this. I have never in my whole life heard someone say things so incorrectly thinking they're right. The way this guy pronounced wine names, I almost opened the door at 100k an hour and rolled out of my car. Dude, the guy, okay, Merlot. I'm like, what is it? He's like, Merlot. I'm like, the T is silent, okay? It's not Merlot, it's Merlot. Then he's like, I'm like, Chardonnay. How are we going to screw this one up? Chardonnay. I'm like, what the hell is Chardonnay? Okay? Then the guy tells me, I'm like, okay, Pinot Noir. I'm like, there's no way this guy can screw this up. Pinot, no. I'm like, the first, like, we saw a job description for firefighters. It's literally, can you swim, can you drive, can you see? That's it, okay? The first job description at a winery should be, can you freaking pronounce the wine? Dude, listen. Like, I was, okay, maybe like 3 years ago, I was loaded, okay? I was like, how old was I? Maybe 23 years old, okay?
Yeah.
I had $950,000 cash in my account that I had made out of I think I started with 110 or 120. Okay, lost it all. That's a separate discussion. Okay, screw Zella, Exella Technologies. Okay, Par, your whole family, you're scumbags. Okay. There's once you pass $500,000, you start doing dumb rich, okay? The first thing is saying, hey, I would like to put some Parks license plates on my car. Okay, that's the minute someone tells you that they want to put a custom license plate on with the painting in the background, you know they're about $500,000 in the bank cash easily. Okay. What pisses me off is this guy. He thinks he's smart playing us. I'm on the phone saying, hey, we're working Sundays. I didn't tell you I did on Father's Day? Dennis, you didn't hear about my Father's Day. Let me just backtrack here. I woke up at 6 in the morning, proceeded to hand bomb 10,000 pounds of steel into a U-Haul trailer, drove for 2 hours to make a delivery, out of which I probably made $100, came back around 1 p.m., and just as I'd finished and looked down at my arms that looked like I'd been mauled by a lion, I get a text from my wife saying, I'm going to throw this kid off the balcony if you don't show up. Okay. I show up at the house. I'm like, it's Father's Day. Let's see what surprise I'm in for. Walk up the stairs, take a right, 3 nicely and freshly prepared piles of literal human excrement in my living room. I'm told to get on my knees and start cleaning. And I say, yes, honey, yes.
It's Father's Day. I deserve this.
So that's my my sidetrack. What was I talking about before that? My Father's Day?
The license plate.
The license plate, yeah. $500,000 plus is when you start doing dumb stuff like that. And that guy tried to, because I called him as a joke that day and said, hey, we're working on Sundays because we're poor. And he tries so hard to also seem like it, yeah, I should also be working on Sundays. It's so tough. It's so difficult. And he thinks he's smart. He thinks you don't know what I know. And I don't know what you know.
The first question he asks, did you talk to Frank or did you talk to Dennis? And just to play us like we're some harpists. The hell is this, man? Just say it as it is. You don't have to have the false humility and say, hey, I have a rough go. I had to buy a $30,000 car. I drive my wife's grandma's car who has no bottom. Okay? There's no bottom. I'm like a Flintstone, shoving my feet to the ground when I brake.
Does this surprise us? No. There's basically nothing that can, really surprise us these days.
If something goes good, that's when we're like, oh crap, what's gonna go wrong?
Yeah, we're fundamentally at the point where we're just paranoid about stuff that's going well. We're like, oh, something good happened? Okay, something seriously wrong.
What's gonna go wrong by 2:00 today? What's happening today?
Yeah. Well, I am glad to have finally opened the eyes of my wife to the lies of their life. And it's quite beautiful seeing everything you hate burn in flames. It's quite incredible.
I think we both have the similar experience this week. I was at the office.
Dennis and I think we've become somewhat of metaphorical arsonists, maybe. Okay. so non-literal arsonists, in the sense that we see the bull that people are living through. We light a little ember, and then we watch it consume them as they burn. And we just sit and we watch and enjoy. Dude, that day, man, when all of this chaos was happening, I was so calm. I sat down. I'm like, honey, let's read the Bible and see what God wants us to do. There's dude, my mother-in-law is sending me like paragraphs like denouncing me, father-in-law, everything. And I'm like, honey, let's pray to the Lord. Let's thank him for everything he's done.
Listen to our
dude, but it's okay. But here's the point. There's something beautiful about just proving to people that, hey, you're really just a terrible human at the end of the day. Like, just be honest with us. Show us some color. Show us some emotion.
Yeah.
You know?
Behind the mask. That's what we always preach about in here, man. Just be real. Why the bullcrap behind everything? Like, just be.
See, I love Dennis. I love your barber, man. I love your barber. We got to get him on the podcast,
dude. We've started the religion, man. We're converting people. I go to the barber.
That's right.
$9 haircut. All right. In this day and age, $9 haircuts doesn't exist. Okay, this guy's a immigrant, working 6 days a week cutting hair. All right? The moment I sit down, there was nobody else in the barber shop. I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? The first thing out of his mouth is like, same different day. He tells me halfway through the haircut, he's like, yeah, yesterday I thought just closing it down and leaving. Just leaving.
Shutting it down, right?
Yeah, just shutting it down. It's done. Like, it's just insane. He's like, yeah, my rent doubled, okay, over a year, all right? It's just people are struggling, and I like to hear. I said to the guy, hey, man, if I had the money, I will literally pay you all the money I can. And you know what he says to me? He's like, dude.
That's why you have no money.
He's like,
dude, we'll do dumb stuff. We win the lottery. We just start doing dumb stuff like that. He's like, I'm gonna win the lottery and I'll pay you money, okay? I'm like, yeah, sounds good. Oh my God, man. I'm about to go play the lottery right now.
You know our luck. We ain't gonna win anything, man. It's just money out the drain. No matter what we do.
Actually, every time we wake up, we play the lottery.
Yeah. It's a gamble to just breathe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But life goes on, man. Life goes on.
Yeah. Everything under the rug.
I gotta flex on my boss in a bit, so I'm gonna have to, clock out here.
Yeah, sounds good with that, folks.
Yeah. Oh, folks, we've changed our outro. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Happy suffering. Dude, this is like the Bad Boys. We can't sing this song. Bad Boys, and then they always sing it off, and they can never get it in tune. You saw that, right? Like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence?
Yeah.
They just butcher it because they can't sing at the same time. We literally, that's the thing. Those are movies that are scripted, and we are unscripted, man. Every outro we've done, we cannot sing it in sync. And literally, in the movie, when they sing Bad Boys, they can't sing it in sync.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, happy suffering to you. Oh, it's not working. I'll see you later.
Okay, all right.
Bye.